Greetings, my fellow seekers of personal transformation, and welcome to this exclusive exploration of atomic habits. I am James Clear, the author of this transformative work, and I'm genuinely delighted that you've chosen to join us. In this video, we're about to embark on a journey deep into the heart of atomic habits. Today, we're setting our compass to guide us through the magnificent landscape of Part 4, where we'll unravel the remarkable laws that underpin the power of these tiny behaviors. These laws are the essence of atomic habits, and understanding them is the key to unlocking your full potential. So stay with us as we delve into Part 4 and uncover the first 4 laws. Make it obvious. Make it obvious. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy and make it satisfying. Prepare to be inspired and equipped with the tools to enact positive changes in your life. The journey begins now. In this comprehensive guide, we're going to dive into each of the 4 laws of atomic habits and understand how they work together to shape our behaviors and ultimately our lives. We'll start with the first law, which is all about making your habits obvious. The first law of atomic habits is all about making your habits obvious. The central idea is to make sure that your cues or triggers for a habit are clearly visible and easy to spot. This law is rooted in the concept of environmental design, which is about shaping your surroundings to make the desired behavior the most convenient option. By applying the first law, you can increase the visibility of good habits and reduce the visibility of bad ones. It's all about making the right behaviors more obvious in your life, and it's a critical step in building better habits. Here's a practical example. Let's say you want to establish a habit of drinking more water throughout the day. One way to apply the first law is to fill up a reusable water bottle and place it on your desk where you can see it. The presence of the water bottle serves as a visual cue, making it obvious and easy for you to remember to drink water. On the flip side, you can use the first law to break a bad habit by making it less obvious. For instance, if you're trying to reduce your intake of sugary snacks, you could store them in an opaque container in your pantry, rather than displaying them prominently on your kitchen counter. The idea is to create an environment where the cues for the bad habit are less visible, thus making it harder to indulge in it. Making your habits obvious is like creating a clear runway for your desired behaviors. It's about setting up your environment for success and removing the friction associated with taking the right actions. The second law of atomic habits is to make your habits attractive. It's based on the premise that we are more likely to act on a behavior when we find it appealing and satisfying. This law is all about adding a touch of immediate pleasure to your habits to make them more enticing. When a habit is attractive, it's easier to stick with it, and conversely, harder to break it. In other words, the more attractive a habit is, the more likely you are to repeat it. Let's consider the example of regular exercise. If you find going to the gym boring and unpleasant, you're less likely to stick to your exercise routine. However, if you choose a physical activity you genuinely enjoy, like dancing, swimming, or playing a sport, you're more likely to look forward to it, making it an attractive habit. Making your habits attractive is also linked to the concept of immediate gratification. It's the idea that habits associated with instant rewards are more appealing. For example, scrolling through social media provides immediate gratification in the form of entertainment, which is why it's easy to fall into the habit of checking your social feeds frequently. On the flip side, long-term habits often involve delayed gratification. Saving money, for instance, might not provide immediate satisfaction, but it leads to financial security and peace of mind in the long run. To apply the second law, consider how you can make your desired habits more attractive by associating them with something you enjoy. For instance, if you want to read more, create a cozy reading nook in your home where you can relax with a book and a cup of tea. This makes the habit of reading more attractive and enjoyable. The idea is to find ways to add a touch of pleasure to your habits, making them irresistible in the process. The third law, Make it easy. The third law of atomic habits is to make your habits easy. It's based on the principle that the path of least resistance often dictates our behavior. The easier a habit is to perform, the more likely it is to be done consistently. This law emphasizes simplifying the starting point of your habits. The goal is to lower the friction associated with taking the first step, making it as effortless as possible. For instance, if you want to develop the habit of daily meditation, you can make it easy by starting with just 1 minute of meditation each day. This removes the mental barrier of thinking you don't have enough time or that it's too challenging. Another approach is to lay out the essentials for your habit in advance. If you're planning to exercise in the morning, set out your workout clothes, shoes, and any equipment you need the night before. By doing this, you remove any excuses or barriers that might deter you from following through. Additionally, you can leverage the power of repetition and consistency to make a habit easier. Commit to performing the habit at the same time and in the same context every day. The more you repeat it, the more ingrained it becomes. The third law is also linked to the idea of habit stacking, where you pair a new habit with an existing one. For example, if you want to floss your teeth daily, but keep forgetting, you can stack it with your existing habit of brushing your teeth. Once you've brushed, you'll remember to floss immediately after, simplifying the process. The key to making your habits easy is to reduce the effort required to get started, ensuring that the first step is so straightforward that you can't say no to it. This encourages momentum and makes it more likely for you to complete the entire habit. Make it satisfying. The fourth law of atomic habits is to make your habits satisfying. This law is all about ensuring that your behaviors are accompanied by a sense of pleasure or reward. When a habit is satisfying, you are more inclined to repeat it in the future. Human beings are naturally drawn to activities that provide some form of immediate satisfaction. For example, you're likely to rewatch your favorite TV show because it brings you joy, or you might indulge in a sweet treat because it tastes delicious. To make a habit satisfying, it's essential to add a sense of reward or gratification to it. This can be done by associating the habit with a positive outcome or by tracking your progress and celebrating small wins along the way. For instance, if you're trying to develop the habit of daily journaling, you can make it satisfying by reflecting on how much better and lighter you feel after expressing your thoughts. The reward is the sense of relief and clarity you experience after journaling. Another approach is to use a habit tracker to mark off each successful day of your habit. The act of checking off a box or seeing your progress on a calendar can be highly satisfying. It creates a visual record of your commitment and achievement. You can also add an element of immediate gratification to your habits. For example, if you're saving money for a future vacation, create a reward jar. Every time you stick to your budget or save a set amount, put a small sum in the reward jar. When the jar is full, treat yourself to a small indulgence. Making your habit satisfying reinforces the idea that your actions lead to positive outcomes. This positive reinforcement increases the likelihood of habit repetition and reinforces your commitment to the behavior. The key to the fourth law is to ensure that your habits are immediately rewarding in some way. By experiencing satisfaction and enjoyment, you wire your brain to associate the habit with positivity, making it more likely to stick. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the fundamental principles of atomic habits. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Your support keeps us going, and we're excited to have you with us on this journey to explore the incredible world of atomic habits.